5, 6.
Things. And we are live. Welcome everybody to Glossop Improv presents A Little Something Special. So we have something special indeed for you this evening. We have a series of games to delight and amaze you, all in our signature lovably shambolic style. This is our last show of the year, so please give us your suggestions as we are going along. I will do my best to monitor those whilst also talking and presenting, which is a lot more difficult than you might think.
Oh, what a super mood.
Sorry? Okay, so...
Sorry, carry on.
I'm getting heckled by my own improv team. The people that are in the show are now heckling.
Get off!
That's what's happening here. It's all gone a bit panto and a bit Christmas. Okay, so I think we should be
behind you.
okay. It's all gone to hell in a handcart already. Okay, so let me just introduce my players for this evening. We have James.
Woo!
Yeah. We have Lizzie.
Woo!
Yeah.
We have Sarah.
Hey.
Yeah.
We have Ian the Hat.
Hey.
We have Seki. We have Bobby.
Hello.
Our two Santas for the evening. We have Vince. He's going to keep doing that no matter how much we tell him not to. And finally, we have Father Christmas, also known as Alan. Hey,
everybody.
Okay, so our first game this evening requires a location. So for the people that are watching along at home, can we have a location, please? So let me just see. I'm just going to monitor the comments here. Oh, I better turn my sound down, otherwise you'll get terrible reverb. So this is a game called New Choice, and it will become very apparent why it's called New Choice. So we will have Lizzie and Seki for this game, please. If everybody else could turn off their cameras. So Lizzie and Seki are going to be in a particular location. The location they are going to be in is a pottery studio. So you're going to be in a pottery studio and you're going to be doing a normal scene, but every now and again I'm going to chip in and ask you to make a new choice when I've got a bit bored of what you're saying, to be frank. So pottery studio, off you go.
Ooh, Sharon. Look what I'm making.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Tracy, how'd you do that?
Well, with utmost care and due diligence.
I don't have due diligence. Can you teach me?
Well, have you got utmost care?
I don't know. Yes.
Oh,
no, I don't.
Well, we could warm up to that. Do you have a sense of decency?
New choice.
Do you have spare socks at home?
New choice.
Do you have a really random old boot under your bed?
Yes.
Oh, excellent. Perfect. So what you do with that boot is you want to warm your favorite foot with it.
That's a very interesting point because my favourite foot changes daily. On Monday, my favourite foot is my right foot. And on Tuesday, I like my hands a lot.
New choice.
On Tuesday, I decide to cover my head.
Oh, right. Well, you can put the boot on your head if it's a Tuesday. Yeah? Yeah, I know. Is it the kind of boot that would fit your head?
head's quite big, so probably not. Could you make me a new boot with your amazing pottery skills, please?
I'd love to. I'd love to. I'd love to. Yes. Oh, I would hate it, but I will do it anyway. I would really find it fascinating to make a boot. I've never made a boot before. So,
Thank you.
would you be all right if your boot were made of porcelain?
I would be more than all right, but would it fit on my head and my foot? Because the thing is, I have very big feet and a very large head. I have very big hands as well.
New emotion.
I have big hands, okay?
New emotion.
I have big hands.
Right. Yes. Okay. Well. Oh. Right. Yeah.
If you
So
know
what I'll
I
do is.
mean. Yes. So what I'm saying there is a cryptic way of get this boot right.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yes. I will.
Otherwise,
Actually,
yes, I will be coming round with my big hands, my big feet, and my big head, and I will be very, very disgusted.
New choice.
Or I will be very happy with you. I will be so happy that I might just fall in love with you. Yes.
Yeah.
New physical reaction, Seki.
Yeah. I will. I'm just gonna. I kind of need to go to the loo.
New choice.
I think I'm about to faint.
New choice.
Mm.
I think I'm falling in love with you.
I think you are too. It happens when people make boots for me.
And
So-
see. Brilliant. Everybody come back. Turn your cameras on. Fantastic. I love the physical activity. Wonderful. Excellent stuff. So our next game also involves a location, and this game involves Ian the Hat, James, Bobby, and Vince. And this is called Entrances and Exits. So your location is going to be a florist. So can we have suggestions from the audience, if they're able to suggest things in the comments, of words that you might commonly hear in a florist? So I will just give folks a moment to comment on that. Words that you might hear in a florist. They're all being very quiet out there. So from our other players that are not on screen, words that you might commonly hear in a florist.
Flowers.
Flowers, excellent. James, your word is flowers. Another word?
Petunias.
What was that?
Petunia.
Petunia. Vince, your word is petunia. We've got a comment from Ari. So Ian, your word is watering. And Bobby, your word is geranium. We've had that from David Hell. So, James, what is your word?
Flowers.
Vince.
I am Petunia.
Ian the Hat.
Watering.
Bobby.
My name is Geranium.
It can be called geranium, however you want to do that. Excellent. So we will start with Ian the Hat and James on screen. Bobby and Vince, either sidle out of your shot or turn your cameras off, whichever is easiest for you. And You know what to do. When you hear your word, if you're not on screen, come on screen. If you're on screen, go off screen.
Right then, Brian. Are you ready for your first day as a florist?
Oh, I can't wait.
Now, have you read the manual?
Was it in the email?
No, it was in my hand when I passed it over to you directly just after I'd given you the job.
Oh, with the picture of the geraniums on it.
Yes, not just geraniums, but all of the flowers.
Here it is. I brought the manual.
It's on the floor. I'll just get it.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Denise, for bringing the manual in. It's very good of you.
A spare
So,
copy. You can use that one, can't you?
yeah, I could use this one. I believe that you have your florist exam coming up next week.
I do. I'm terribly excited.
So let's test you on different flower types. So we'll start with petunias, shall we?
Yes.
I found the manual, by the way.
Oh, good. Maybe you should read that.
I'm looking for some flowers for my wife. It's our anniversary.
I'll go and let them for you.
Thank you.
He's a bit eager. It's his first day, I should probably explain. Would you like to maybe tell us a little bit about your wife and we can pick the right flowers for her?
Well, she's tall, gorgeous, blonde, incredibly talented, highly regarded, elegant, amazing, in fact.
Oh, it sounds just like me.
I should have asked, were there any particular flowers you wanted?
No, you're the florist. I've come in here.
Oh, hold on. I said it's his first day. He's a bit back and forth. He doesn't realise that those flowers need watering. I think I better go and explain to him.
They do.
Now, I've come in here
Yes.
for a lovely bunch
Yeah.
of beautiful flowers.
Right. So I'm going to suggest some fuchsias,
Fuchsia,
some sunflowers,
sunflowers. Ah, she loves sunflowers.
and some gypsy grass. They always go down well.
Grass, that's a new
Gypsy
one.
grass.
Okay, will they need watering at all?
They do like to be hydrated. Yes, they do.
Excellent. I just love flowers. Now, my wife loves flowers too.
I'll go and find them for you. I'm new here. Can you just tell me where they are?
I've been trying to catch up with you. This is a very small shop. I don't know how I've only just managed to catch up with you right now. But we need to talk a bit more to teach you about the flowers.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Can you grab some geraniums while you're there? Maybe some petunias?
They're over there on the left. I'll show you.
Excuse me, I'm just going to go and have a look on that shelf over there. Be right back.
Good. Right, so I've really got to work out how Brian is going to be able to step in and sell as many flowers as possible on Saturday when it's...
I couldn't remember which ones you said, so just grab them all.
All of the flowers?
Yeah, there's geraniums here.
You've got geraniums?
We had them, but I think we've run out. So I'll just go and check there's any some around the back.
Oh, my word. But he's just taken them all out. Brian, those flowers need watering.
And see. Wonderful stuff. Excellent. I loved Ian the Hat just like throwing everyone under the bus at the end, just like, I'm out, so is everyone else. Wonderful stuff. Excellent. So next up, we have a one-person game, and that game is PowerPoint karaoke. And for this, we need Ian the Hat I know, exciting time. So everybody else, turn off your videos. I'm going to share my screen. Becky, if you could do some interstitial music while I'm just doing this.
Oh, you know which one is gonna be. Dun, 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 dun. All right, and cut.
Okay, I think can we all we can all see that screen, right? We're just doing the music for the heck of it now. Okay, so welcome to this very informative and enlightening presentation. So I will be your assistant during this, so please just let me know when you wish to answer the slides.
Okay. Welcome, Croeso, willkommen. Hi everyone, and welcome to my wonderful presentation today. I can't believe that 7,000 of you have crammed this room today to come and see little old me. So without further ado, let's get straight to my presentation, which is all about how we see ourselves in society. Now, sometimes what people see on the outside is not what is actually being felt on the inside, and someone that may look like they are coping fine with life is actually feeling very different on the inside, and they feel like they need a lifeline thrown to them. So next slide to find out what this lifeline is. This lifeline is not a portal to another land. Unfortunately, many people believe that if they stare into the mirror long enough, that all of their worries will be taken away and they'll be whisked off to a wonderland. But sadly, that is not the reality of life, as we will find out in our next slide. Sometimes what we need is we just need to go for a good walk to clear our heads, somewhere peaceful, somewhere tranquil. And it's really important to be at one with nature, to feel grounded, to feel that you are one with the earth and that the earth is one with you. Much like the trees, you need to take root and you need time to grow, time to breathe, time to really stretch out. And you need years of knowledge under your belt before you make those drastic decisions that can sometimes come from just feeling out of place in the world. Next slide, please. She only paints with bold colors because she wants your attention. You don't realize it, you just think, what a wonderful artist. But what she is really saying is, help me. I may look like I'm fine, but actually I'm not. And I need you to notice me and I need you to care for me. Next slide, please. So sometimes you have to sever those ties to the things that cause you negativity. Negativity surrounds us all and it's just bringing us all down. And sometimes the people that you think are the people propping you up the most are actually the people that are pulling you down. And it's not easy, but once you sever those ties, you will feel a sense of freedom and a sense of clarity, which leads me to my next slide. Clarity. Some people see the world from a different perspective. And that is the key to clarity. Don't just look at the world based on what somebody else tells you you should be seeing. If you need to flip things upside down, you flip things upside down. Whatever works for you is the perspective that matters. Next slide, please. So, when you see those people that are bold and full of all the bright colors of the rainbow, and they look like they've got it all together, what you need to realize is probably those people need more help than you do. Next slide, please. Follow the embarrassment, not ethics. Embarrassment comes from people feeling like they've been judged. The only person that you need to worry about is you. Remember your perspective. That's all that matters. Which leads me to my next slide, which is, I'm afraid, not what I was expecting the slide to be. I really need to have a word with my projectionist. Yes, let's move on to the next slide. Yes, well, this one really is no joke. Sometimes we feel like eggs. We feel delicate. We don't realize just how delicate we are sometimes. We only have a thin outer shell, and once it is broken, it is very hard to put back together. But Humpty Dumpty was not alone. If you surround yourself with the right kind of people, then they don't need all the king's horses and all the king's men. You just need a good group of friends around you, and they'll be able to put you back together again, and you won't end up fried on the floor. Next slide, please. So that concludes my talk, all about finding yourself and fitting into life as we know it, or life as you know it. It's really all about your perspective. Does anybody have any questions? One of the 7,000 of you out there.
Just a comment, Professor. I think you're a good egg.
Oh, thank you very much. It means a lot to me. It really does. It really does, to know that I've reached at least one person that thinks I'm a good egg. Makes me feel
Professor,
all white on the inside. Yes.
what kind of egg do you feel most of the time?
Most of the time I feel poached, because all of the universities are always trying to pay me more money to come and speak for them. So yeah, I feel poached most of the time.
Interesting.
Any more questions?
If we have no more questions, I will stop the presentation there. Thank you so much, Professor, for your time. It's been wonderful to spend this time with you. Very nice, very nicely done. Excellent, excellent. Oh. I know that we will have made at least one person who loves puns very, very happy. Excellent. So next up, we have a game called Complaint Letter. And this involves two teams of two people. And those people are James, Alan, Seki, and Lizzie. So if everybody else could stop your videos for a moment. Wonderful. So Seki and Alan, you will be one person, and Lizzie and James, you will be the other person. So Lizzie and James are going to be writing a complaint letter to a company, and Seki and Alan will be the complaints department of that company responding to that letter. But they're going to do it one word at a time. So James and Lizzie, you are writing a complaint letter to, let's see what we've had. We had McVitie's on our Facebook page. So you're writing a complaint letter to McVitie's. Seki and Alan, you work for McVitie's and you are going to respond to their letter. Okay, if you're ready, off you go.
Dear,
Sorry.
No, Lizzie.
dear,
McVitie's.
recently
I.
experienced
The.
most
Awful.
taste
I.
Could.
Imagine.
Then
Things
got.
worse.
Because.
Jaffa Cakes.
Entered.
The
Stomach.
and
Arguably.
upset
My.
digestion.
Please.
Could
You.
fix.
This.
Yours
Not.
sincerely.
Customer.
Dear,
Customer,
have
you
tried
our
Imodium.
for
Bad.
diarrhea
This
can
really
fix
your
problem.
very, very
Bad
diarrhea
can
affect
your
sense
of
taste
that
is
final.
sincerely
McVitie's.
And the response from the customer.
Clear.
McVitie's.
I.
Find
This.
very
Insulting.
Imodium.
Is.
The
Worst.
suggestion.
Ever.
If
You.
won't
Take.
this
Seriously.
I
Will.
have
Been.
writing
To.
you
In.
a
Ridiculous.
attempt
To.
get
Dangerously.
irritated
Yours.
sincerely
Unhappy.
customer.
dear,
Customer,
yes,
we
no,
how
bad
diarrhea
can
be.
thankfully
It
doesn't
affect
your
taste
in
eating
our
Jaffa Cakes.
so
This
is
our
final.
letter.
Merry Christmas.
And scene. Lovely. What a weird Christmas message from McVitie.
Don't
Takes a
you hate us.
Excellent. Okay. So up next we have press conference. And for this, we are going to need to send Sarah, who has their camera turned off at the moment by the looks of it. Sarah, turn your camera back on, please. Excellent. Just to say, sorry, Sarah, but we're going to need to send you into a breakout room because we are going to choose a famous person or character from history or from literature or from film, something, and an unlikely achievement that they have made. And then the rest of this merry band of people are going to be journalists at a press conference. So Sarah is not going to know which famous person they are or what unlikely achievement they have made, but they're going to try and work it out from the clues we give them. So I'm going to pop you into a breakout room.
Bye.
Bye. Still here.
I'm doing it as fast as I can. You can't tell that I'm not a technological whiz.
It's a movement, Jess. Peanut. Oh, he's gone.
Doing the breakout room. Excellent. So we have we've got lots of really bizarre suggestions. My favourite one, I think, is from Ari, and it is Dracula winning MasterChef.
Oh, Ari.
Cool.
We did have a lot of great ones. Also liked Danny DeVito releasing a workout video. Richard Nixon's organic toothpaste, which I'm sure is a band name. If not, then it should be. And Prince Charles releasing a rap song. But we're going to go with Dracula winning MasterChef. Okay, you all ready? So we're gonna give some clues about Dracula. We're going to give some clues about MasterChef. And we'll see whether Sarah gets it from that. Okay, I'm going to bring Sarah back. Close the room. Zoom always gives you 60 seconds, so Sarah might just be chilling out, having a glass of wine, and just might come back in their own sweet time. So
I left some vodka in the waiting room.
oh, you did. Excellent. That's very good of you.
Ah.
Okay. Welcome back. Everybody is assembled now for the press conference, so feel free to ask a question of anybody that has their hand up. They will ask you a question. So over
I'd like
to
to thank everybody for attending, and could I have a question from Steak and Chips, please?
Oh yes, hello there. Now your winning dish involved steak. I just wonder how it is you went about that exactly. Were you not afraid?
No, not at all, thank you.
Oh.
The blood clinic.
yes, you've got a
Yes. Oh, hi. Oh, I hope you're not hungry right now. Yes, my question is, were you inspired when you visited Whitby the other month after reading that classic book written about you?
I might have been, subconsciously. I can't see him. Oh, Cooking Weekly, please.
Thank you. Obviously you like to cook with red things, tomato ketchup and other such things. Was that an inspiration for you to do such things that you've done recently?
Yes, because red is the colour of love. So I put love into my food.
I see. Thank you. Thank you.
Sean Casey, the
Good afternoon. I was wondering, do you use a lot of blood in your work you do every day?
do I use a ladder?
Do you use a lot of blood?
Oh, so, I suppose compared to some people it's quite a lot, but I suppose compared to others it's not.
Yes. Do you go in for any competitions like, cooking or solid, something like that?
Not at the minute, but
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll keep it in mind.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about entering any?
Got some other questions though. We've got a question from Garlic Monthly.
Yes,
Yeah,
Garlic Monthly.
Yes. My readers will be interested to know. Did the presence of garlic in the kitchen hinder you at all?
It didn't hinder me, but it did leave a bad taste. Black pudding something.
Black pudding times. Thank you. But I was really quite curious about Fangs very much. Fangs very much. I think I want to know his question. Fangs very much.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, I heard on the street that some people were a little cross that you won, and they believe that you really suck. So I'd like to know your take on that, please.
I believe I've risen to the occasion.
Oh.
And excuse me, I'm coughing. Yes, well, just the fact that I've risen to the occasion, is that enough of an answer at the minute?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I believe so, yes.
So, anybody else got a question for the second part? Oh, Dark Diaries, please.
Thank you. Was it a problem for you that it was filmed in the day? Because I believe that they film it in the daytime and it was particularly sunny.
I have Factor 3000.
Oh, and that helps the problem?
Yes, yes.
Oh, I see. Unusual.
So,
thank you.
Oh, sorry. Can I just interject with just a bit of admin here? Sorry. We don't have your name down. Can you just remind me of your name?
Dracula.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yay!
Sorry. Feel free to continue with the press conference.
Transylvania Times.
Yes, Transylvania Times. Yes, please. I can't see it on my page.
Yeah. Your home people, your fellow Transylvanians are keen to know and to send their good wishes, by the way. They are keen to know where you learned to cook so well.
I just picked up bits here and there. I haven't got a definitive answer for you for that one.
Thank you very much.
You have a question
Pudding.
from Black Pudding Times.
Yes, Black Pudding Times here. Have you ever won any other award similar to this before?
Definitely not.
Master Baker Daily has a question.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I can't see all the pictures, so if somebody else would just call them out.
Right. No, I will let you know, Dracula.
All right, yeah. I'd just like to know, how long did it actually take you to become a master?
Longer than I expected.
Fair enough, fair enough.
And Christopher Lee has a question.
Yes, I'd like to congratulate you on your achievement, first of all.
Thank you.
Just a question. Does cooking really get tougher than that?
Does cooking get
tougher than that?
I don't believe it does. Can we have Sean Casey, please?
Is it true that you're a master of cooking in your competitions?
Like a master baker kind of thing?
Sort of, yeah. There's one particular competition I heard you enter, and
Oh,
I heard that you were sort of master of that, if you know what I mean.
yeah, yes.
Or is it true? Did you go in for the competition?
I did, but sadly the name of it eludes me at the minute.
All right. That's what I wanted to ask. I could put it in the.
Oh, you said it. We got it. We got it. I heard the words MasterChef in there. Yes.
Sarah.
Sarah. Yeah, we were very nearly going down a bake-off tangent. I could see it heading towards that tent. Brilliant work. Excellent. Very good. Clues, everybody.
Yes, thank you.
Brings us to our final game. But just before that, I'm going to need Seki to do some incidental music for me again, because I'm going to put into the chat of this a link to the I want to put a link to the Partington Theatre. That is our local theatre. That is where Glossop Improv was born. And if you've enjoyed what we've done this evening, or even if you haven't, just please donate if you can to their GoFundMe page, because that will help our amazing local community theatre that is entirely community owned and run. It's a registered charity. It will just help it to continue through these times. Thank you. I didn't even need that interstitial music. I managed to talk and do a thing at the same time. I'm really pleased with myself for that. I don't know. Okay, so our final game is a game called 168, and it's a silly punny game. And I'm not even going to bother explaining it because it will become immediately apparent what's going on, and you will just hear a load of terrible jokes. So we will start off with the suggestion being a carpenter. So if everybody can turn their cameras off, then when you've got a joke about 168 carpenters, then turn your camera back on and we will hear your terrible joke.
168 carpenters walk into a bar, a new bar, and the barman said, "Wow, 168 customers all at once." And they said, "Yes, we heard that if you build it, we will come."
Yay!
168 carpenters, 167 carpenters are losing the idiot of the group, and they say, "Where's that tool?" And then the 168 come.
Yay!
168 carpenters walk into a bar, and the barman says, "Are you the party from the National Carpenters Association?" And the head of the group says, "No, we're a splinter group."
168 carpenters walk into a bar and they're all tightly squeezed together and they can't really move, and then they start to sing to each other, "Close to you."
168 carpenters, that's a lot of musicians.
168 carpenters going to a bar, and the barman says, "Oh, you finally got it in?" He says, "Yeah, we nailed it."
Yay.
168 carpenters walk into the bar, and the barman says, "Is that all?" That's quite a niche carpentry joke for you.
168 carpenters walked into a bar and said, "We came, we saw."
Ooh.
168 carpenters walked into a bar, and by the time they left, they were completely hammered.
Hey. 168 carpenters walk into a bar and competed in the open mic night, but none of them won because their performance was all too wooden.
168 carpenters got on a plane.
Oh, yeah.
168 carpenters went into the bar and said, "You guys behind there, outside now, all you staff, we'll get you because we're hard as nails."
Excellent. We're going to change the profession now. So the new profession is surgeon. 168 surgeons walk into a bar.
168 surgeons walk into a bar. And the barman says, "You can't come in. You just don't cut it in here."
Hey.
168 surgeons walk into a bar, and the barman says, "You know, what sort of operation do you think we're running here?"
168 surgeons walk into a bar and said, "Is there a doctor in the house?"
Hey.
168 surgeons walk into a bar and the new bartender says, "Oh, I can't pour you a pint, mate." And they're like, and the surgeons are like, "It's not open heart surgery."
168. 168 underage surgeons walk into a bar and ask for a drink, and the barman says, "Sorry, I can't serve you." He says, "But look, here's RID." He says, "No, they've all been doctored."
Hey!
168 surgeons walked into a bar and the barman said, "I feel cut up."
Hey.
168 surgeons walk into a bar. The barman cracks up laughing and says, "You lot have got me in stitches."
Hey!
168 surgeons walk into a bar. They're all queuing up outside the toilets. It's about, so what were you like? So we're all dying for a slash.
Hey. 168 rubbish surgeons walk into a bar, and the barman's quite slow to serve them, and they all start shouting and screaming. And he goes, "What's wrong?" They say, "We've got no patience."
Right, you're going to have a new profession, and the profession is a college professor. 168 college professors.
Walked into a bar. 168 college professors walked into a bar and said, "No, we better do this on Zoom."
168 college professors go into the bar and they all want whiskey. And the barman says, "Which one would you like?" And they say, "Teachers."
Hey!
Hey. 168 college professors walk into a bar and say to the barman, "Does your jukebox play Greensleeves?" He says, "Greensleeves, why do you want that?" And they all say, "Because we prefer our music to come from the Tudor times."
168 professors walk into a Wetherspoons bar and one of them says, "We need to raise the bar here."
Hey!
168 professors walk into a bar, and one of them says, "I hear this place is pretty good." And the one next to him says, "Yeah, but has it been beer reviewed?"
Hey.
100
168 college professors walk into a bar and start sounding off about how expensive it is in there. And the barman says, "All right, guys, I don't need a lecture."
168 college professors walk into a bar. That's a lot of tweed and arm patches. Next.
168 college professors walk into a bar and say, "Right, everybody, all you lot, get your textbooks out."
Okay, our final profession is professional boxer. So 168 professional boxers.
168 professional boxers walk into the bar, but the barman refuses to serve them because they're already punch drunk.
Hey!
Oops.
168 boxers walk into a bar and they start fighting. And the barman threats to throw them out. I said, "All right, though, do you want knocking out as well?"
Hey.
168 boxers walk into a bar and the barman says to the junior staff, "Oh, would you just get rid of these annoying boxes?" And the boxers get angry and said, "Are you calling us annoying boxers?"
More of a visual. Brilliant, I love it.
168 boxers walk into a bar, they all order a round, and they make it through the first round, and then they make it through the second round, and then they make it through the third round, and then they make it through the fourth round, and then they make it through the 5th round, and then they make it through the 6th round, and then they make it through the 7th round, and then they're all too drunk, so they all just fall down.
168 boxes go into a bar, and the barman takes one look at them all and says, "Get out of here. We only serve German shepherds in here."
And with that, everybody pop your videos on just for one last time. Excellent. Thank you all so much. Thank you to everybody that has watched us this evening, all the wonderful comments and suggestions that we've had. We've really, really enjoyed performing for you and performing for the other shows that we've done. And we're hoping to do many more in the new year. So this is our last one for 2020. Can't wait to see the back of 2020. But if you do want to join us for one final round of fun, we will be having a festive jam on the 22nd of December. So you can find that on our events tab of our page. You can also check out some of our stars. You can check out Seki and Ian the Hat, who's currently called Top Chef Monthly. Show for Liverpool Comedy Improv. That is on Wednesday, the 23rd of December. We will also be posting about that on our page. And if you can, please donate to the Parsington Theatre GoFundMe because we love that theatre and we really want to see it keep going. So thank you for all of your attention this year, and thank you to my wonderful players. Thank you to Seki, yay! Thank you to James, yay! Thank you to Vince, yay! Hat, yay! Thank you to Bobbin, yay! Lizzie, yay! Thank you to Sarah, yay!
Hey.
Thank you to Alan, yay! And I've been Jess, and we see you all.
Thank you to Jess.
Thank you to
Thank you.
Jess.
Yes, and thank you to the audience.
Now, say goodbye to the internet, everyone.
Thank
Bye
you to the
to
audience.
everyone.
Woo!